Grinder, don't stop.
All right, so what I like to start out with here, he's got his back two. We're going to do some normals real quickly.
Sure.
Just a spinning back fist.
It's
Boom.
pretty fast.
Highly advantageous. So you throw that out there, you might throw it out again, you might go for a command grab. Lots of stuff you can do off of that. Not a combo move, just a very fast pressure move. What I love to use for two, which is an overhead. Also pretty quick. Are you going to get that confused with this?
Maybe, maybe.
I sure do. But what's it doing? Putting you right there in front again.
Right.
For the grinder.
Right for the grinder, exactly. Now here's the interesting thing about his some of his other normals. I said he had some distant stuff. So like usually you're thinking like here.
Yeah.
He can actually start things from here with this like energy he has coming off his stuff. So you can start things from here.
That's a really good distance.
Yeah.
So he actually covers a little more distance than you might actually think he does. So this thing right here,
Bam.
good for long range.
And notice how that would complement the overhead with low.
Yes, exactly. And then you also have like something like this.
Okay.
Just a big knockdown. It's your forward four. My go-to move, like say for a punish or to start things, is this right here. And then you can link that into this move, things like that. So that's just a forward 1-2, quick punches, kind of a good punisher, good way to start.
It seems
combos.
like he's almost always in the right range.
He does feel like he is, doesn't he?
He's got a lot of tools that it just seems like he's always in the right range.
Go ahead and jump at me.
Bam.
So 3, just standing 3, pretty good anti-air. As you can see, it covers a lot.
It's almost hitting the health bar.
Right, it almost knocking the health bar down. So if you can read a jump, that's a pretty good anti-air, I would say. I've been using it a lot for one.
Yeah.
I really enjoy that. Let's talk about grabs.
Okay.
He has just this sweet grab, and you can do it, there, and you can actually pick the side you want to go to as well.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
For 2 bars,
2 bars.
it does a lot more damage. It does about 210. Costs 2 bars. You can also choose the side you want to go onto as well. So I can do I'm going to go over here.
Okay.
So
Put
back
him in
and
the
forth.
corner, get out of the corner,
out of the
if you're in
corner.
the corner.
And are you still almost at range with that kick too afterwards?
Oh sure, yeah. So boom, you're
Bam. Yeah.
right back in there.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Super awesome there. He also has from returning.
Mortal Kombat 4.
He's
have
got to have his
stars.
throwing stars.
Yeah.
And then the EX version, of course.
I love that.
The circle
yeah.
comes out,
I love that.
which is awesome. Probably one of my favorite moves, just visually, is this. He has this slide tackle. It just comes into some ground and pound.
He's just pummeling your face.
It is his armored move.
Oh, really? Cool.
So it can. I mean, I love it as an armored move. Like you don't combo after it. But
Right.
like the amount of times that hits when someone pushes a button, and then guess what?
And he's also advancing forward quite a bit.
Yes,
So
and
that's
then
very good for
He's
an armor.
still in range.
Get right back in there. Also have a low slide.
Oh, jeez. So
Which okay.
Oh, I was going to say, so, I mean, he can close in the distance
Yes.
Very
multiple
good.
ways.
Yes.
Either with an armor to slide or that slide.
You can also turn it into a knee,
What?
which you can combo after as well. You can also EX it, pardon, into I missed it, but combos after that.
Yeah.
As well. Still kind of working on this one, but you can do the slide into other combos. So he has a lot of sort of rangy stuff he can do, high, low, get in his face, do some grabs. I wouldn't say he's your typical air opponent.
Right.
You can definitely, he has stuff, you can get down close to him again, do that. But generally, he loves being firmly planted on the ground, I would say.
And then punching you in the face.
He loves punching you in the face. Now, I've chosen Scorpion. I want to show Scorpion a little bit as his cameo. Scorpion has some neat things. So let's say you're pressuring me, knock me down. I'm super scared. What do?
What are you going to do, bud?
I'm gonna try to back out and get. Oh, I'm doing the wrong thing. I'm pushing the wrong button.
I was going to say, I'm watching you pressing the wrong button.
Well, there's his throw. So I can actually be pulled back by Scorpion. So it's a defensive cameo maneuver.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
Oh, you hit me out of it. Boom. I'm back. Now I can maybe go back to Shuriken, kind of, readjust, figure out what I'm doing wrong, that sort of thing. Also has this cool overhead, which you can do,
Into a crumple.
Yep.
Just throw after it if I want to.
Combos.
You can put it into combos. I don't use it in combos as much with Reiko, but I'm sure there's a lot of places it does.
Yes.
If they're in the air and you do it, it does have a bounce mechanic as well. Maybe we can show that if I can get it. Try to jump for me. That might not work for me. No,
Nope.
One more time.
Yeah, you got it.
So yeah, you can do a bounce as well. One thing I forgot that I'm very excited about, because you know I do this a lot in games, is I love parries.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
So let's show the parry real quick. The first one, just a knockdown. Now if you EX it, I messed up, sorry. You can then turn it into combo
Nice.
into like full.
Look at you, Lanny.
combo.
That one.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So you can turn your EX parry into a combo.
That's very cool.
Super cool. Back to Scorpion.
Okay.
He also has this move where he can. I already did that one. Sorry. Throw fire out. Right.
Spitting hot fire.
You can
Yep.
start doing combos off
Thank
of
you.
that, right? It can go different ranges as well. So I can do something. Let me think like this. Let me try it again. Sorry.
Oh, what?
Nice.
Whoa!
You got it.
Way to go,
Wow,
Lanny.
look at that.
So I put him to the other side. Pop
Right.
up. Goes for there. So Scorpion, definitely a lot of things you can do. Definitely for combo stuff. Also for safety.
Yes.
Big time for safety. I think we should probably go to his Fatal Blow.
Okay.
Because his Fatal Blow is very interesting. If he does it regular, it's a grab. What do you do if someone's going to do a Fatal Blow to you that's a grab? What's one thing you would do?
You jump.
You should
Everyone knows
try
that.
Everyone knows that.
Try jumping.
Nope.
So if you hold up during, it will do an air grab.
That's awesome.
That's
But it won't grab on the ground.
right.
If you hold it regular, it'll grab on the ground.
First thing we'll talk about is the claws, which you can kind of expect he uses in a lot of his normal attacks. Like instead of a sweep kick, he uses his claws. They give him pretty good range. He has a bunch of slashing normals. He's got this back one that acts as a pop-up.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the claw trail. It's pretty badass.
Yeah, it looks really cool. One of his key strings I'd like to show is his forward 4, which is this triple kick, really good range, pretty quick mid. I think it's going to be one of his kind of key normals.
Knocks away.
Yeah. And then let's check out his throw, which I'm a huge fan of because it reminds me of Mortal Kombat 3.
It does.
That's one of my favorite takes on Shan Tsung.
It's awesome. I love when we have those little throwbacks in
You can also see he has this quick overhead. It doesn't pop up or lead to combos, but it's pretty fast, and it's going to lead to a knockdown. And here's a really interesting twist on Shan Tsung that I can't wait to talk about. So, you know, there's always a debate. Some people like him when he's an old man. Some people like him when he's young.
Right.
Why not both?
Boom.
And any time during a fight, Shan Tsung can morph into an old version.
Nice, cool.
And this drastically changes his move list.
Like how?
Well, for example, when he's young, his 2-4 is a knockdown. When he's old, 2-4 becomes a low.
Do you think it's because he can't stretch that much in there?
It might be.
Another example, back 1-2 is a pop-up. When he's old, it's a mid that knocks down. However, his overhead becomes a low combo starter.
Interesting. It's because he's just not as flexible old.
And his forward 4 string is significantly longer
Yeah,
and
yeah.
has more hits.
That's cool.
Another neat thing is, this is not meant to be something that you have to set up, switching back and forth. It's not something that you need to cover your base. It's meant to be very quick, and it's something you should be going in and out constantly.
Cool.
So in addition, you can see it's pretty quick. You can also do it in the air,
Oh, neat, yeah.
and you can do it in the middle of a combo. And it's
What?
extremely fast.
That's
Wow.
You can also switch
just swaggy. Like, this
and
is
then
cool.
finish combos. Here's an example.
Oh,
So I'm actually inputting it, hitting the morph, and then switching at the end of the combo automatically, and I can go straight into a combo.
Wow.
there's gonna be some cool stuff the community does. with
Oh
this.
yeah, which I'll show more when we get into his special moves.
Oh, okay.
So let's go into his special moves.
Sure.
straight off the bat, you expect it. It'd be weird if he didn't have it. He has the flaming
Absolutely.
skulls. He can do the double.
And he's like in his classic pose too, which
Exactly.
I love.
He also has an EX version that kind of starts off as a kind of reference to his 3D fireball from Deadly
Yeah,
Alliance.
basic Deadly Alliance, yeah.
He can also do a fireball in the air. And then
He's just controlling everything.
yes. Then he has a new move using his claw, which is a claw slash.
Oh.
It's a great combo ender. The EX version has armor, so it's kind of his anti-pressure tool.
Super cool.
Another new move, which again reminds you of MK3, is Bed of Nails.
Awesome.
He summons these, flips backwards. It's like an escape tool if you want to get back to zoning. You can do it as an anti-air. You think they're going to jump. They're going to land on
Splat.
a bed of nails, which is
Yep.
a really painful way to land from your jump.
That's super cool.
And then he also has the ability to morph into his opponent.
He's doing all the morphing.
Yes.
It's morphing time for him.
He can also morph back.
And so will you time out after a while, or?
Yes. He
Okay.
can either morph back on his own, or he'll time out.
Gotcha.
Now, as an old man, his special moveset completely changes. Instead of these straight fireballs, he has a ground fireball.
Oh, it's like his classic. Ah, that is like, I love it.
Instead of the multiple kind of claw move, he has a single one that covers significantly more space. And this is also an armor move. Instead of the bed of nails, he has this injector, where he actually implants you with an injection of poison that mutates you and then knocks you away. Now this has an EX version that is super, super cool. He'll inject you, morph into the opponent, their restand, and then he actually gets a damage buff where he's Scorpion, but he'll be doing even more damage.
That's pretty nasty.
A better scorpion
Exactly.
than the scorpion. Yep.
And he has an air fireball of his own, which is like a jumping version of the classic ground skull.
Right. Oh, so cool.
Still in the screaming skull.
Yes.
Is there anything he can't do?
He's pretty awesome. So one thing I wanted to show is the different ways that you can combo.
Oh, yeah.
So you could do stuff like, normally you just combo into this. You can morph mid-string and then do a special move. Another example.
Oh, what?
So I was able to start as young, go into a combo string, do a special move as old Shang, then do the restand with a morph. So 2 different morphs in one combo.
Wow.
Very, very cool.
That's a lot.
Yeah, Tyler's not going to play this character, that's what I know.
Well, one really wonderful thing about him is, while there's a ton of depth, he's actually not super hard to play because the moveset, the inputs are the same between young and old. So the fireballs, he has 2 different
that's
types
great.
of fireballs, but they'll always be down forward 1.
Mm-hmm.
Or the bed of nails move is down back 3, and the injector's down back 3. So, you know, the
They
depth.
translate
Yeah, it
perfectly fine.
translates it's very intuitive while also having a lot of depth to it. So there's a lot to think about, but you're thinking about what you want to do, not how to do it, which I think is a really neat design decision.
So I'd play him like young first round, second round old, and then my canon would be the second round took place 60 years later.
You could do that, but I really think when you get used to him, it's going to be super effective to be going back and forth. I think that's going to be the idea.
And
so
it's really
fast.
easy to do. It's just down,
Yeah,
down, left trigger,
It's
right?
just down and left trigger.
Oh, just
So
down, right.
He is not meant to be challenging to play. The challenge is how you apply the tools. The tools themselves are not meant to be overly challenging.
Gotcha.
And the strings, when you're morphing, it's very lenient. Like, you input it, and then once the special move's about to come out, that's when the morph happens.
Okay.
Very
Let's
cool.
talk about the cameo I chose, because I chose
Yeah,
Shujinko.
yeah, he popped out for a second, but we haven't seen him since.
He's one of the coolest cameos in the game. Shujinko has no unique moves. Instead, he duplicates moves depending on who the opponent is using.
A good mix-up with Shan Tsung and Tiko. They're
Exactly.
both taking stuff.
So
yeah.
just like Deception, he's able to just watch people fight, learn, take after them, and then copy their moves. So his throw,
This is a lot to take in right now.
his throw actually changes every opponent. So he is using Scorpion's forward 4 attack as his throw.
Okay.
He also, if you look at his meter, it's actually different than everyone else.
Yeah.
So he starts out with no ability to use his cameo at all. You call him in, and he will start meditating, and you can see his cameo bar is filling up.
Yep.
Once it's filled, he now has access to moves. So,
What moves does he have access to?
I can call him out, and he can do Scorpion's rope spin.
Very
he gets
cool.
one charge of it. You can see one charge went away. Now I need to recharge him, so I can call him in using his Apex punch. And he'll begin to meditate. You can see he's building his meter back.
Now as a player, I'm like, I want to hit him to get him out of there.
Right.
I don't want him meditating anymore.
And I can call him out if I think you're going to hit him.
Okay.
So now with 2 charges, I can do his second move, which is, you know, it had to be this.
Oh,
Get over here.
Yeah,
Nice.
nice.
so could you do a double get over here?
Yes, you could.
Mind blown.
And there's
This
the
timeline's
conquest.
crazy.
Another way to charge him up. And then he gets his move. And you can also, like, you can have him come out, be next to you, and at any time I can call, he can peace out. So you're going to want to protect him on screen while building up. Then once the meter's built up, you can call him at any time.
So sometimes I'll use cameo as a barrier for me to take a hit so I don't have to.
Yes, you could
For
do
you,
that.
you want to be a barrier for him so he doesn't take the
Exactly.
hit. Yeah.
And let's go into the X-ray. So, as I've explained, he has the ability to copy moves from the opponent. If you use Shujinko against Shan Tsung, the first move he can steal is the classic fireball,
What you would expect.
which you'd kind of expect. But his level 2 move, he steals the ability to morph. And he will morph into Shan Tsung's cameo. And then I have access to cameo Kung Lao's moves.
That's a lot to take in right there.
It's very neat.
That's a lot to take in.
And that even includes the cameo throw. So I morph into Kung Lao, and then I can use all of his moves and his throw. It's just a fun little scenario in that match that I thought would be really cool to show.
There was